Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. All right, Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. All right, so, through the Spirit, man, I just wanted to make this lesson. I'm entitled it something along the lines of the calm before the storm, or the quiet before the storm. All right, because right before a hurricane hits, okay, it's nice out, it's quiet, and then next thing you know, comes the rain, comes the storm, the hurricane, and everything that comes along with it, destruction, things of that nature. All right, well, we are that hurricane, okay, which is symbolic to the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, it's coming. All right, and we're being able to see it afar off. All right, by what? Standing on our watchtower, we're able to see. We're seeing we're detecting the weather patterns, spiritually speaking. We're detecting the climate, by way of, the people, okay, by the way of how people are moving these days, all right, and just the spirit in the earth right now, man, okay. You see the pending judgment that's going to come to this place, and it's about to come real soon. All right, really soon. You can feel it. It can very well by the end of this year. And this is me speaking as a man. I foresee Jacob's trouble being in effect, man. Okay, if not the end of the year, the beginning of next year. But needless to say, it's coming very soon. All right, nearer than when we believe. Our redemption is drawing nigh. You see, the Lord will come back and He will deliver us out of whatever things we may be going through. All right, but I really wanted to go into how this place is circling the drain. Come the talk about the financial structure of Babylon is being depleted. Okay, it's crumbling. All right, and it's really by way of Yahweh Shemel Shai bringing forth, judgment unto sending forth these. This is a plague unto this nation, man. Okay, because for so long they stood on their money system, their monetary system. Okay, they were the global reserve currency, fiat currency. Every country, everywhere in the earth, for the exception of, I want to say, North Korea and Cuba. All right, and maybe another country, I'm not too sure, but were the only countries that really didn't follow, the financial aspect, okay, of this devil, man. All right, but America has been backed, Esau. Let me rephrase that. Esau, and that consists of Babylon, Britain, Australia, Canada, everywhere, man. Everywhere where Esau is in power. Okay. For so long, the money, everybody was trading within it, with it, was using it to buy their resources, to trade. Okay. For a while, I don't really do it anymore, but I was, interested in learning trading, forex trading, foreign exchange, and seeing how the dollar fluctuates within different countries. All right, the value of the dollar versus the the Japanese currency, or the British currency, the euro, or the Australian, and you can see the differences. Okay, but the Lord is taking it from this man. All right, on the BRICS nation, you got Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, and South Africa, or Slovakia and Iran, but India, China and South Africa. Okay, the BRICS nations, all right, are trying to create another currency that's backed by actual gold. Okay, in fact, they're buying gold in bulk, all right, for the sake of being able to develop a currency, all right, that's able to stand on something, that has some kind of foundation, all right. Whereas Babylon the Great, okay, it's just a fiat currency. It's only worth how much you think it is. At one point it was backed by gold, but no longer anymore. All right, it's just imaginary. You see, but and also there was 41 other countries, okay, that are following suit after the BRICS nations and their way of going about creating a new currency. 41 different countries. All right, I think I want to say it's roughly about 190 something countries in the world. All right, but that's only going to expand. That's only going to grow. Okay, when these other countries are starting to, catch wind of how the monetary system in Babylon the Great has no more value, they're going to transition over, all right, onto something that's substantial, all right. Okay, and essentially what they're trying to do is just gain overall control, man. All right, you got FedNow coming up on it launched July, or Slovakia. It was supposed to launch July, but it actually the actual date is on the 20th. So in about, what is that, Thursday? All right, on the 20th it's supposed to be active. All right, FedNow goes active on the 20th. All right, now we don't necessarily know the ins and outs of what's expected or what's going to happen, but all these banks are, all these major banks are going to adapt, okay, the FedNow system. All right, so, and I believe, through the Spirit, that essentially they're just trying to move and get these banks out of the way. All right, so because if everything is transferred directly, expeditiously or whatever, there would need to be for a middleman, that middleman being the banks. Okay, because these banks are the ones that hold your money. All right, well, they're trying to gain control. All right, because essentially that's what it's going to convert over to, is them having control over your finances, over your spending, over your money. All right, how much you get, how much you're able to spend. All right, total control. And in order to do that, they have to own it. They have to own your money. And that's why the development of FedNow, okay, is going to be the culprit, the reason for it. All right. So your banks are no longer going to be a vital part of your transactions and things of that nature. Going to get loans, car loans, mortgage loans, okay, personal loans, credit card, all that stuff. All right. Essentially, all that's about to be moved out of the way. Okay, it's about to be moved out of the way. You see, and them having complete and total control over your money. All right, and all that's going to do, okay, people are going to buck up. All right, people are not going to be compliant with what they're doing. You see, which is going to therefore bring, you know, people going into these banks. All right, there was already instances that already happened. You know, people going into these banks, requesting their money, trying to get their money out of their accounts. They're not able to withdraw their money. All right, they got to call customer service. Customer service don't know what's going on or where their money is. You see, and all that's going to do, if once you start playing with people's bread, you know, it brings out a dark side of people. All right, money, the love of money is the root of all evil, man. You know, and when you take away, you know, people's hard-earned money, and you know, you're taking away their resources, you're taking away their livelihood, you're taking away their comfortability. All right, you're taking away food from their kids and their family's mouth. You see, so a lot of people are not going to be as compliant, okay, and okay with everything that's going on, okay, which is going to bring chaos in these streets, man. All right, so I want to get real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 in verse 5. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh Shemashai, power and evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." You see, it says the end is coming, and it's watching for you. It's watching you. All right, the end is here, man. All right, we're at the end of this man's rulership. We're at the end of this man's system. Okay. And a new righteous one will be put on the earth, man. Will be established on the earth very soon when Yahweh Shai comes back. But before all of that happens, this place has to go to shit. You know, excuse my language. This place has got to go. It's got to come down completely. All right. You know. It says, verse 7: "The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of the trouble is near, and the sounding again of the mountains." All right, so trouble is near, man. All right, the love of many waxing cold. All right, people, you know, fighting against each other. All right, it's going to come to a point where people are going to be going around people's houses, ravishing, taking away their goods. All right, stealing just to try to maintain. All right, but the men of the Lord, all right, the true servants of Yahweh Shem Yahshai are going to be still, man. We're going to be still in the midst of all of this and just wait on Yahweh Shem Yahshai. All right, that's the spirit that we got to come in. All right, be patient. All right, we've been patient for this long, at least in Jacob's trouble. All right, we got to be patient just a little longer, man. You know, patient long enough until the Lord comes back to deliver us. All right. We to just sit there, man. Sit there. I mean, we're gonna have to be on the move. Yeah, that's the situation. That's what we're gonna do, you know. But in terms of being, you know, not being overly like impulsive, like a lot of these people, because a lot of these people out here these days are just impulsive. All right, they're put in straits and then they want to act on it. But sometimes, you know, hey, the Lord puts us in straits for us to sit there and really think about why we're in these positions, okay? Which therefore brings patience and hope, okay? These people don't have neither. They don't have any of that, all right? They're quick to jump to a solution, you know? And especially if the solution is given unto them by Esau. They'll take anything they throw at them. You see? Because these people can't think for themselves, man. They're sheeple, man. You know? They nothing but robots. You see? They've been conditioned to be a certain way and to react a certain way. All right? That's why you saw a glimpse of that during the Plan D. All right, back in 2020. You know? People being ignorant, not knowing left from right, up from down, they went and hoarded toilet tissue. Of all things, toilet tissue. And they had to monitor that as well, how much each household was able to get in toilet tissue or paper towels. Come on, man. It just goes to show how stupid these people really are, man, and brainless. You see? It says, verse 8, now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. You see? So the Lord is going to come back, all right, to render that punishment, man. Okay? You know, the love of money, all right, is the root of all evil. And these people will jump through hoops just to try to make, make a quick buck. All right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 27:1. Many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. You know, people seeking for abundance, you know, will go outside of their way, okay, to make it happen. All right, whether it's taking away or neglecting the values that you have, okay, any kind of morals, you know, because essentially when you're trying to seek after riches and wealth and abundance of money, okay, somewhere in there you're doing someone an injustice, man. Okay, because it's all a business. It's all for your own profitable gain. All right. So when you really think about it, it's for your own self, man. You're hurting, people, especially like these CEOs and these. It's like what's the pyramid scheme, you got the one that sit at the top, and then you just delegating everything at the bottom. Everybody, the further you go down the pyramid, the shittier it is. You see, all for what? Just so you can reel in, millions of dollars for yourself. Okay, these musicians, these entertainers, all right, they're out here pushing, hey, you do this to get this, in order to be cool, in order to be liked by rappers and singers and musicians, you got to go play ball, because hey, they'll listen to your music, and if they listening to your music, yeah, you gonna make money. If you continue to go and rap about selling drugs and doing this to your neighbor, hey, you can make a couple milli right there off the rip. But you're doing your people a disservice, man. You see? Reading on, it says, as a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling. All right? And that nail is symbolic, okay? Is likened unto the charagma, man. All right? Sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling. Okay? And that's essentially what the system has come down to. Okay? Trying to them having complete and total control over what you're buying and how much you're selling, because they don't want you to have an abundance of anything. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh Shemel Shai, his house shall soon be overthrown. Okay, that's both. There's a duality to that. Your physical house and your family and those who dwell in your house, but also your body and your spirit. Okay, the Lord will and can overthrow you, man, and everything that you stand for. All right, this is James chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. All right, the great miseries are coming to this devil, man. Okay, because in Job, all right, Job, the what is it, the 21st chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see if I can get it. All right, it's the book of Job, chapter 20. And it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You see? So at the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Okay? A position, straits going into the position of difficulty. All right? These devils are going to be in a position of difficulty because they're not going to be able to fulfill their entire plan. All right? They're not going to be able to fulfill their entire plan with everybody getting C-hipped up. Okay? And essentially their plans have failed them. All right? But really they failed themselves. All right? Let's get that in where is it? Is it 12? This is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, you see? So they're going to be disappointed, man. They're going to be disappointed at the fact that they can't do what they were set out to do or what they had planned on doing from the jump, okay? It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. You see, they meet in darkness and in daytime, and in grope in the noonday as it is night. All right, trying to do everything in secrecy, all right, behind closed doors. You know, the left hand not telling the right hand what they're doing. They'll distract you on this side, and they got, you know, other plans and everything that they're trying to do on the other. Okay, talking about this girl that's gone missing. All right, they was talking about that whole Titanic submarine shenanigan BS for a while. All right, the Trump getting arrested. You see, all these things, but these people have no idea what's about to come in terms of this currency, this global currency. Okay, and the CBDCs. All right, everything going digital, essentially going to the point of them getting a stick in their hand. All right. James 5 and 2, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. It says, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. You see, it's going to be a witness against them because people are going to see, okay, the rust of this devil's money. All right, this devil's money is rust is being built upon it. All right, it's losing its value. The preciousness is no longer in the forethought of one's mind. Okay, because everything is expensive, man. All right, back in the day, you know, shoot, just back in the early 2000s, you know, small things that you were familiar with buying and things that nature was far cheaper than it is now, man. You see, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you go to the grocery store, you spend $100 worth of groceries. All right, you coming back with bags on bags full of stuff. Now you go to the grocery store, you spend $100, you may come out with 2, maybe 3 bags. You see? Maybe 3 if you're lucky. You see? That's the people witnessing this place, or the monetary system gaining rust. All right? It says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. All right? They've heaped all this treasure and all this wealth and all this money for the last days, thinking that the money is going to deliver them. It may get you up to a certain point. It may get you into a bunker. All right. It may get you somewhere to where you're safe from nuclear destruction. All right. But it's all up to a point. Okay. That is still going to come to an end. You may escape the missiles, but you won't escape the elect. Okay. When the Lord's elect will come back and gather you and bind you up and take you into those chariots, as or to be slaves, man. Where you're gonna have to build up. So like, you're not the chariots. You're not gonna get taken up in the chariots because they're carnal, But they're gonna be bound up, man, and put in chains to rebuild our kingdom, rebuild the world. You see. So their treasure and their wealth will only give them luxury up to a certain point, and then it ends. Okay. See, nothing lasts forever. The only thing that lasts forever is Yahweh Shai and the kingdom. That's everlasting. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord. Sabaoth. All right. So you got people out here busting their ass, trying to make ends meet, struggling. Well, on the back end, they're making money off of you. Living nice, living lavishly. All right. But that's soon all about to be taken away. Everybody's going to be on the same slate, man. Everybody's going to be on the same level when Jacob's trouble, because that money is not going to deliver you. It even says that they were going to cast their money in the streets, their gold and their silver in the streets, because it's not going to do anything for you in that day. All right. It's one or two things. You either take the C-hip or you don't. All right. And those who don't take the C-hip, okay, are going to be in straits, because you're going to be put, your family's going to be trying to come up against you. Why are you not taking it? Why are you not giving it to your kids? All right. Think about your kids. Those people are going to be put in positions. All right. And a lot of them are going to fold because they don't have the knowledge of the scriptures. You see? Or they might have heard by the internet or heard by walking by the prophets and, the men of the Lord saying, don't take the C-hip. Don't take the micro C-hip. Don't take the Revelation 13 and 16. They probably going to remember that. But because they're not backed by faith, they don't have a foundation, they're going to fold. That's why in Isaiah 33 and 6, it says wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge of what? These scriptures. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You have to fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And if you don't know who Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, how can you fear him? All right? You have to fear the Lord, man. Because if you take that thing, it's only one outcome for you, and it ain't going to be good. All right? Let me get I'll go back to Ezekiel 7 real quick. Ezekiel chapter 7. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 23. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes and the city is full of violence. Because that's soon about to come. All right, that's exactly what Jacob's trouble is. All right, it says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses, and I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. You see? So he bring the worst of the heathen, okay? You know, having these Gurkha troops, having these Chinese military age men, these BRIC nation countries, all right, invading America, okay, which with that have no moral values or anything, okay, no sense of anything that pertained to America, and this is not, you know, conducive. This is not right. This goes against, you know, the Geneva Convention or whatever it is. These people don't care, man. These people will not care. All right? Because how things are done in their countries, all right, it's here is a big deal. Over there, those people don't care, man. They have no limitations. They don't have no restrictions. All right? They don't have any form of blueprint or on ways to conduct themselves other than false gods and idols, man. Okay? And you got to think about all these UN nations, all right, that are going to get sent. You know, they come from all different countries with all different beliefs, all different religions, all different philosophies. All right? So they're not coming in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So these people are going to be bugged out. And they're going to take it out on these Babylonians here in America, man. It says, verse 25, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. People are going to be so put in with their back up against the wall, fleeing from judgment, that they're not going to know what to do. They're going to try to seek some kind of refuge, some kind of escape, but they're not going to find it, man. They're not going to find it lest they find a man of the Lord. That's why a man of the Lord is going to be esteemed as, you know, as gold in that day, as fine gold. And gold is a precious metal, man. It's precious. You see? Because a man of the Lord is going to have that hedge. A man of the Lord is going to have that protection, that peace of mind, and knowing that through all of this, it's going to be okay. Even if that means we having to be put to death, it's still going to be okay. We're going to come, if we be those men, Lord willing we are, we're going to come in a calm spirit. And that light is going to be seen upon us, man. We're going to look different. We're going to walk different. We're going to be different. Why does he look so calm? What's up with him? I mean, you can kind of see it. Call out Yahweh Shem Shai is 144 right now. You kind of see it on people's faces now, man. You walk into a room, it lights up. I'm not boasting by any means, but people look at you. They stare at you. It's something they say, it's like they know that their spirit knows who we are, but their brains, their minds can't wrap around why is this person like that? Why am I spiritually drawn to that person right now? They see something within us, man. And that's the Spirit of the Lord. And it's only going to intensify during the time of Jacob's trouble. Verse 26, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Okay, that's them going about seeking the words of the Lord, running from sea to sea, trying to seek answers. It says, then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancient. All right, so they're not going to have any answers, man. They're going to seek a prophet, all right, but our mouths are going to stop. We're not going to be talking and prophesying and telling you what's going to happen, all right, because that day has sailed, has shipped and sailed, man. This is the time to seek the Lord while he may be found, man. This is what it means to seek the Lord early. all right, by taking heed to these scriptures, taking heed to what the men of the Lord are speaking, to the prophets that are out there going about every week and what they're teaching. Okay, with the apostles, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone on down, because you also do have various bugged out camps that teach a different doctrine, and I'm not referring to them, but really referring to the men of Great Millstone and those who take on the doctrine of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. You see? I'm going to end it with the book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. You know, so that's like you reaching out, all right? You know, them jerking their shoulder back, man. You know, pulled away their shoulder and then covered their ears. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I'm not a Hebrew. They can be Jake 100% and be like, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I don't want no part of that. You see, they don't want to. They refuse to change their ways, man. I want to get real quick to back that up, what I just said. Amos chapter 5 and 10, it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly, because they hate change. All right, they rather do good, they rather do evil than to do good, man. So that's why they're set in their ways. They're set for judgment. All right, they are reserved for the day of the Lord, man. All right, and that's why they can't receive it. That's why they don't want to hear it. Zechariah 7 and 12, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words of the Lord of hosts hath sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. You see, so they're made their hearts as an adamant stone, their minds, all right, blockheads, man. All right, hard-headed. You know, Jake used that term often, man, especially when you was a young kid and you did something contrary to what your parents had told you to do, and you didn't listen. What they call you? They called you hard-headed. And that's what the Lord is telling us right here, man. These people are hard-headed, and they don't want to hear it. That's why the Lord is going to come forth and bring that wrath upon them, man. You know, when they least expect it. All right, because these people don't expect us to be in the end. They know something's off, but they feel like they can. America's going to regain itself. Okay, regain its power, regain its. You know, people don't know that this place is on its way out. So they're sitting in comfort right now. Yeah, there's some changes that are being made in the earth. You see, but they feel like they're going to overcome it. America's going to get back to what it used to be. All right, we're going to go back to normalcy. Nah, man, this is it. This is it. There is no peace here. All right, this is not our rest. All right. It says, verse 13, therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, they would not hear. You see? So when Yahweh Shemel Shai was crying out unto them, speaking unto them by the ministry, okay, and by the use of his prophets, the men, okay, it says, so they cried, and I would not hear, saith the Lord of hosts. So it's like, just as you didn't hear me, I'm not going to hear you in the day of wrath, man. I'm not going to hear you because you refuse to hear me. It says, but I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations whom they knew not. And, you know, that's just going into, you know, the scattering. But the point was made, okay? You know, so this is the calm before the storm. It may seem quiet right now. It may seem like, you know, not a lot of things are really popping off, okay? Now, yeah, the WEF did say, you know, that the CBDC will have to be implanted under your skin in order for you to participate in, you know, activities, all right, things of that nature. You know, we're just waiting for things for the ball to get rolling, And I believe through the Spirit that once this digital currency thing is established, okay, then things are going to start speeding up, snowball, like a snowball effect. All right, and we're just waiting for the Caragma to be implemented and mandated. All right, then we will know that, you know, the Lord is soon is coming very soon thereafter. All right, so, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. So with that, I want to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Until next time, Shalom.